You see the designer clothes, the new car, and the ridiculous vacation photos on social media, and a part of you thinks, I want that. Well, what if I told you that's a trap designed to keep you broke forever? You've worked your sweat off for your success, but deciding to show it off is the fastest way to lose it. In a world obsessed with looking rich, the actually wealthy are playing an entirely different game, a game of stealth. So today, we're going to tear down the fantasy, expose the dangers of looking rich, and show you why the most powerful move you can make is to look poor, even when you're not. The Great Wealth Illusion. We're drowning in a sea of curated perfection. Every time you open your phone, you're bombarded with images of someone else's highlight reel. Luxury trips, designer junk, cars that cost more than a house. It creates this insane pressure to prove you're winning by buying a bunch of crap you don't need. The authors of The Millionaire Next Door had a term for it: conspicuous consumption. It's a disease. The problem is, this picture of wealth is a complete and utter illusion. True wealth isn't about the logos on your shirt, it's about what you keep in your bank account. It's not measured by your car's price tag, but by your freedom. It's about utter dominance while being true to yourself. The lessons from that book are more brutal and necessary today than ever. With costs spiraling out of control, living below your means isn't just a good idea. It's a financial superpower. The media worships high-income doctors and lawyers leasing BMWs, but it ignores the quiet millionaires who are masters of financial defense. They build their fortunes not by impressing their neighbors, but by making smart, boring choices day after day. They know the absolute truth. Looking rich and being rich are two different things. Confusing the two is the first step off a financial cliff. In a world obsessed with appearances, choosing to look poor is radical. It's not about denial. It's about power, peace, and purpose. It simplifies your life, enhances your freedom, and helps you build real wealth, not just financial, but emotional, social, and spiritual. So the next time someone asks why you're not upgrading your car, flashing designer gear, or booking that luxury vacation, smile. Because you know something they don't. Real wealth whispers. It doesn't scream. You make yourself a target. The second you start flaunting your wealth, you paint a giant glowing target on your back. It's like being the most brightly colored, delicious-looking bird in a forest full of foxes. You're just asking for trouble. When you flash an expensive watch or park a six-figure car in your driveway, you're not just getting likes. You're sending up a flare to every grifter, scammer, and deadbeat within a 100-mile radius. Suddenly, your third cousin twice removed needs a small loan. So-called investment gurus start sliding into your DMs with can't-miss opportunities that will definitely miss. And God forbid something goes wrong because you just became the #1 target for a frivolous lawsuit. There's a reason Mark Zuckerberg wears the same boring t-shirt every day, and Warren Buffett still lives in the Omaha house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. It's not because they're cheap, it's because it's a brilliant strategy. By flying under the radar, they avoid the parasites. They can live their lives without constant scrutiny and protect their families from the drama that visible wealth attracts. Stealth wealth is camouflage. It lets you move through the world without screaming, "Hey everyone, I have deep pockets, come and get it." Living modestly protects your anonymity, privacy, and safety. In the era of flex culture, humility is your shield. It corrupts your relationships. Forget the financial predators for a second. Let's talk about something worse. What looking rich does to your soul. Wealth is weird. It creates this invisible wall between you and other people, making it impossible to know if they like you or your stuff. When you lead with your money, you attract people who are interested in your lifestyle, not your character. Your friendships become transactions. Your relationships get murky with financial motives. The truly wealthy know this, and it terrifies them. That's why they go out of their way to look normal. They want real friends, not an entourage of leeches. By driving a 10-year-old Honda, you filter out the gold diggers. By living in a normal neighborhood, you get to know people who share your values, not your tax bracket. Think about it. Would you rather have friends who are impressed by your watch, or friends who would bail you out of jail? Acting poor is a personality filter. It weeds out the opportunists and lets real connections grow. It's a conscious choice to prioritize what actually makes life worth living. All right, be honest with me. Drop a comment below and tell me about a time you felt that stupid pressure to buy something just to keep up appearances. We've all been there, haven't we? You build your own golden cage. Here's one of the sneakiest traps out there: lifestyle creep. It's the slow, quiet poison that keeps people broke. You get a raise, so you get a fancier apartment. You land a bonus, so you upgrade your car. Each step up feels like a reward you've earned. But that reward quickly becomes your new baseline. Psychologists call this the hedonic treadmill. You run and run, spending more and more, but you never actually feel any happier. That luxury you treated yourself to last year is now a non-negotiable monthly expense. This cycle is a killer, even for people making insane amounts of money. It's how you end up with doctors and executives living paycheck to paycheck. You're trapped in a golden cage. It looks amazing to everyone else, but you're a prisoner to your own bills, drowning in stress. Your lifestyle owns you. The smart money knows this is a sucker's game, and they refuse to play. They intentionally keep their lifestyle in check, creating a massive gap between what they earn and what they spend. That gap is where freedom lives. That's the money you use to invest, build a fortress of security, and do whatever the hell you want. Looking poor is the ultimate rebellion against a consumer culture that wants you on the treadmill until you die. You sabotage your financial future. This is the big one. This is the danger that guts your financial future. Looking rich is the single biggest killer of wealth accumulation. Period. Every dollar you burn on a depreciating liability, a flashy car, a designer bag, a piece of jewelry, is a dollar that isn't out there working for you. It's called opportunity cost. Let's make it simple. Say you've got $10,000. You can blow it on a luxury watch that will be worth less the second you walk out of the store. Or you can put that same $10,000 into a boring side hustle. Based on historical averages, that $10,000 could be worth over $45,000 in 20 years, while you did absolutely nothing and were sleeping like a log the whole time. The guy with the watch looks rich today. The investor is rich tomorrow. Who's the idiot now? The rich understand that money is a tool you use to make more money. They buy assets, things that put money in their pockets like stocks, real estate, and businesses. The poor and middle class, pressured to look wealthy, buy liabilities, things that suck money out of their pockets. That's it. That's the entire game. Living modestly isn't about being a cheapskate. It's about being a strategist. It's about playing the long game to win your financial independence, not playing a short-term game to impress strangers at the mall. The strategic advantage of stealth wealth. By now, you should see that looking poor isn't just a defense. It's a ruthless offense. It gives you a set of strategic advantages that the look-at-me crowd will never have. First, you gain leverage. When people underestimate you in a negotiation, you win. Whether you're buying a car or closing a business deal, their assumptions are your secret weapon. Second, it keeps you humble and grounded. When you're not trying to maintain a fake image, you have the brainpower to focus on what actually matters: your goals, your family, your growth. And finally, it's the ultimate display of confidence. It's a declaration that your self-worth isn't tied to your possessions. It shows you're playing a different game entirely. One where the prize isn't likes and follows, but freedom, security, and a life built on your own terms. This isn't about hiding. It's about being intentional. It's about knowing that true luxury isn't a new car. It's having the option to tell anyone, including your boss, to take a hike. You can retire earlier with less. Here's the math. According to the 4% rule, if you need $40,000 per year to live, you need $1 million to retire. If you need $100,000 per year, you need $2.5 million. The less you spend, the sooner you're free. Modest living reduces the cost of your financial independence. You don't need to chase million-dollar exits or work until you're 70. You just need to master the art of needing less. Freedom is not earned by how much you make. It's earned by how little you need. Let's wrap this up now. The pressure to look rich is a scam. It makes you a target, it poisons your relationships, it traps you in a cage of your own making, and it absolutely murders your financial future. You worked too damn hard to let some shallow obsession with appearances keep you from being truly free. Choosing to live modestly isn't about deprivation. It's about power. It's about choosing security over status, real connections over fake attention, and long-term freedom over short-term validation. In a world that's getting louder and more pathetic by the day, the quiet path is the smart path. True wealth whispers. Everything else is just noise. So which of these dangers have you encountered in your life? Comment below, and do let us know if you found this information helpful. Watch more game-changing videos on becoming a billionaire and hit subscribe to fuel your journey with elite-level strategies to attract unstoppable wealth. Like and share this content with your friends and family.